Good morning, guys. So I've been really busy lately. I haven't really been doing much video footage because one of my best friends has just moved to London. I'm really envious, to be honest, because she's starting UCL there and studying for her masters for a year. And basically a friend of mine and we decided that we really wanted to give her a farewell present before she left. We had made something when another best friend had left for Belgium. For that friend we had made a homemade photo album. We got photos and cut out magazine pictures and drew on it and wrote on it, and it was really fun and nonsense. And I wanted to do something very similar for this friend who just went up to London, but I didn't want to do the same thing either. So my friend and I came up with the idea of making a surviving London guidebook, which, to be honest, took a lot of work. It is partly my fault because I didn't start it earlier and really put enough effort into it earlier. However, the end result was really great. I'm going to put in a few photos of it. I did get sleep deprived making it, I must admit, because in the end what it came down to was the bulk of the work was in the last 4 or 5 days before she left, and I ended up having to go to sleep around 2 or 3 a.m. every day and waking up around 7 or 8 a.m. So I was getting very little sleep. A couple of the days I had to survive on doing power naps because otherwise I was literally feeling a bit ill. I was so tired, and then finally on the final night where I had to just make sure every little bit of it was finished, everything was stuck, every little last word was written, and our final sort of like farewell notes were put in it. In the end I didn't go to sleep until quite late, and because she had an early flight in the morning I had to wake up extremely early, so I literally had only about 2 hours sleep on the final night. I woke up with my eyes burning. My eyes have never burnt before. I seriously felt like I needed those sort of eye drops, which obviously I don't need usually, so I don't have in the house. But, you know, it was quite a bad wake up. And then once we got to the airport, of course, she was really surprised. She didn't expect it. It was really sweet. And it was really nice to see how happy she was with it. It came out pretty heavy in the end compared to its original weight because of all the things I had to stick in it. I mean, I had used up a whole sort of bottle about the size of glue to stick everything in it. And then after that I went back home and I finally slept, and I literally slept about 7 or 8 hours that day, and then I woke up around 7. Within an hour I felt like I was ready for bed again. I was just so tired. I was zombified. And finally then that night I slept between 11 and 12 hours. So yeah, I was pretty tired. So I'm going to show you some of the photos of the finished result. And this is it. It's not done yet. I need to do a collage, which I will then show you when I've finished. It's quite a thick book, as you can see. I don't know if you've ever used a Pukka-Pad before, but if you have, you know how big these can get. And I've still got a lot to fill up. However, I thought I'd show you what I've done so far. I thought you might be a bit interested. At the beginning we decided to do a small map of London. Not that she doesn't have one, but anyway. Over here I'm going to do a small introduction. It's sort of set in the style of a postcard. This is all sort of handmade, most of it. There are certain things that are printed, but otherwise it's all done. Over here we have little sort of pockets. I'm going to be putting in this section a CD of a video I'm making and putting together of basically my friend and I making this book, and sort of little snip, you know, sort of clips of going around Malta and my friend's cats for when she's sort of missing them, and, you know, just sort of fun and nonsense videos which she'll have fun watching. Then it begins with London, things to do, sort of. First off, sort of safety precautions, since she's going to be living alone, and just in case she ever goes home late at night. And there will also be sort of emergency phone numbers so that she can you know, have them just in case. Then sort of things around the area she's going to be in, shops, cafes, pharmacies. Also sort of food deals in Malta. For example, the Slug and Lettuce is a great place to go on a Monday because it's 50% off. So then I also thought I'd include the farmers markets, which I still have to print and do these 2 pages. Since she's sort of vegetarian, I thought it would be great, and also sort of a cheaper way of finding really nice fresh produce. I've also added a page of London Cockney slang. It's basically the different slang, and she has to find the answers messed up on the other page, so a little extra thing to do. This is different things that are on in London, some of them at the moment and some of them are permanently on, or places she should keep up to date with. Also great shops to find second-hand clothes and electronics in. Also, when she's craving sushi and ice cream, which is frequently enough, these I basically found from the Time Out London website, which is a great source for not only finding different things around London, but also keeping up to date on what's going on. This is going to be a weather forecast of what basically the climate is like in London throughout the year, and also I found, again on Time Out London, pubs and bars with fires and gas fires for those cold days. Christmas in London, things that are going to be on, ice skating places to go to, films to watch if you're in the Christmassy mood, and I'll be putting a Christmas CD full of some of my favourite Christmas music for her to listen to around the house. This will also be websites to keep up to date on what's going on in London, things to do outside of London, places to go, since sometimes you just want to get out of the city, and also useful Apple apps to use. Then there's another section on day-to-day living, so useful cleaning ideas for around the house and whatnot. And me being, you know, a physio and all, I thought it would be important to include an exercise section. This includes both indoor and also outdoor exercise, so that she keeps nice and fit. I'll also be including a workout CD with various music on it. And also, since she lives in an area where it's quite hilly, I thought I'd give her a workout regime to use, you know, basically the hill to burn all that fat off. Not that she's a fat person, don't get me wrong, but, you know, to get really fit. If you want to get fit, hill workouts are really great. And then obviously those cold winter days come along, and you need to, you know, other ways to exercise, since maybe you don't really have the right shoes for running on snow and whatnot. So snowboard fights, sledding, making, you know, a snowman, who knows what, with basically instructions on each of those, sort of how to make a homemade sled, or how to make a snowman, or how to win a snowboard fight, which is sort of like what I was basically doing yesterday. I did all of this section. I need to continue the rest. I have another sort of half a section to finish off, and then we decided the section after that would be a small photo album section to just sort of remember the good times, have a few photos in there. After that, I'm going to do a very large chunk, which will all be recipes, which will print out and stick basically. And the last section, I've decided to leave it blank for her so that she can add her own recipes if she wants to. She can, you know, add sort of tickets from various exhibitions or concerts she goes to as memories. She can add little details about London so that when, you know, people come up and they want to do something, she knows sort of where to go, and she can tell them what to do. So I think that's about it. I will show you the finished front page when it's done. I have 2.5 days left to finish that. It's not enough time, to be honest. So I'll show you some of the photos now. I hope you like the look of it. If you ever have any more information about it, or sorry, if you ever have any more questions about it, I can give you some information about it. And I can, if you are curious a bit more about what else is in the book, sort of the content details, I'll tell you. If you're curious to see where I got the information from, I can tell you as well in the comments. So yeah, thanks. Hope you like it. Bye.